how long.
Yep.
Um,
And
but
I'm actually, we're going to call it now. We're going to go into the knife round.
yes,
How does that sound?
we are actually in the life round. That's cool.
Okay. This is
So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016. Trident versus Team Ferox. Stab away.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm waiting to see some sick skins. The new Bowie knife.
Has anyone got it? I haven't
I
actually
don't know.
seen it yet. I'm not big into
PTG would have
skin.
had it. Like if PTG was in this game, PTG of 6 months ago would have that knife. Before he learned how to use TeamSpeak. But now we just, it's a little bit
I can
disappointing.
confirm that he has got one actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
he
'cause
opened
he had
like
one on
1,000
stream the other night.
cases.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens if you spin the wheel enough times. Eventually, it's going to land on the Bowie.
Yeah. It's a good euphemism for life, I think. But a knife round is done and dusted, and I think if these guys can work out their correct commands, we will be having a game start very, very shortly. I think just trying to work out which team Coach Woolley actually needs to coach.
It's probably Trident. I'm going with.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
suspect he'll be in their team speak.
Maybe they're trying to give him away to the other team. No, I'm kidding.
Kidding.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to swap back. But soon, we're almost there. We're one knife round in. Only potentially 30 more rounds to go here.
Yep, for the
in this
first of the
very
best of
first.
three. So
Yeah. So if we go back, if I go back to our picks, our vetoes.
Yep.
So this is Ferox's pick, Mirage.
Yeah, correct.
So
and we'll definitely be seeing Dust 2, which was Trident's pick.
yep.
And then the last one was Train as well, which I'm kind of pumped to see actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Train. It's not played enough in Australia.
What about it do you like, Mike?
Because I used to play it in 1.6 and it was
Yeah.
awesome. And people didn't care so much about map balance back then. People didn't, for some reason, people have the perception that just about every map needs to be an 8-7 sort of balance, but that's not the case. You need your CT dominated sides as well. It tests their mental fortitude of teams. So, but yeah, I just like Train. Can't really give you a really good reason for that.
You and Sheldon Cooper just like them. That's it. Just
Yeah.
just how you roll. That makes sense.
Pretty
Look,
much.
that's fine. You're allowed to like Train. Okay.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Okay. What do you think of the new nuke? Do you think that looks cool?
I haven't had a really good chance to play it just yet.
I like the colours. Does that count? It's very pretty.
Definitely.
It's,
definitely
and no more
counts.
Germans. I saw a great joke. It was change from DE nuke to US nuke. That was
Yep.
fantastic. That was a great joke.
Yeah,
Wish
no,
I'd
I'm
come
on
up with
board.
it.
Oh, well.
We're live, Mike. We're
Yes.
here.
Fantastic.
It is.
Pumped.
It's Trident up against Team Ferox. It's week 1 of the Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016. This is the very first game these two teams are going to play. And we will see that Team Ferox is over on the T side. K-Strife going to pick up first kill of game on to break. And it looks like they're just trying to find their way through here. Nice little smoke up there into jungle. They're going to push from mid through into connector and onto the A-bomb site. 4 plays still up for the CT side. Lots of damage going to go down. Iceman takes out Crude and Bomb Plant going to go down as well. Got the retake 4 onto 4. There is a Tech 9 on Pixel. He's also got some armor there as well. They're going to try and hold this site. See what they can do. Yellow going to get tagged up a little bit. Will go down. K-Stripe, getting picked up. Spike's going to get taken down as well. 4 onto 2. They're going to try and stop this defuse. Pixel very, very tagged up on 29. Wow, that's such a long defuse time. 9 seconds remaining. But Pixel's going to go down. Dizzy Life is going to go down. And 3 seconds left on the diffuser. Looks like the first round is going to go over to Trident.
Yeah, a bit to start they wanted there, picking up the preferred side on Mirage, and it was a pretty good retake, 4 versus 4. It would have been in doubt, and Ferox's positions were reasonable in the post plant as well, but they weren't able to get it done. Just some good shooting, particularly Iceman picking up the double there.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. So if we head out again with Team Ferox again, going to go through into mid. Nice little FAMAS kill onto Pixel. None of the boys obviously wearing any armor in this. Choosing to eco round number 2. Do you like round 2 eco? When you lose, you get the plant, but you don't win the round?
Yeah, it's good. It's you can put a lot of pressure on the CT side, and Dizzy's just attempting to try and get into the B-bomb side, but en masse rotation is coming from Trident, and it is only a matter of time before he dies. although he picks up yellow with a nice P250 headshot there. But ultimately break with the auto shotty, which he is a little bit known for doing. But yeah, you're certainly right. I am a fan of the third round buy if you get the pistol round. But apparently they're not going to do it. Maybe just feeling a little bit short. Because you put a lot of pressure on the economy of the CT. The CT economy is really hard to get going and to maintain from that point. So if you can put pressure on it early, then you're more likely to crack into subsequent rounds, even if you lose the third round.
Fair enough. Yeah, not buying up much at all. We will see all of 2 flashbangs as Easy Life gets picked up around in Underpass, the only one heading out that side of the map for the moment. 2 at the moment in Palace. 1 just waiting to try and get into that A site in the form of Trident. And nice little hold coming out from Trident at the moment. They are sending a break round through the back. He has got a nice little shotty as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe shots. Going to take down Case Drive. Cruden goes down as well. He will finally get picked up, but only 2 players remain. Pixel, I don't think he can do all that much here, but again, they haven't spent much money, Mike.
No, not a lot of investment. And if Pixel can pick up a kill here, he gets that massive bonus from the shotguns, 900 per kill. But they're just probably going to see if they can get this bomb down. Spike's getting the Iceman before Lonsdale trades off. Pixel is going to get taken down there by Lonsdale as well, and it's all done and dusted, pulling the third round on the board. And importantly, you saw right at the end there, Lonsdale picking up an M4 to boot, which will be very handy. So moving into the first gun round here, Dizzy Life, as is expected, picking up the AWP. That's why they opted for the double eco in that scenario, so he can roll early with the AWP. And it looks like he's going towards A-bomb side at this stage. No, he's heading towards mid.
He's heading towards mid. 3 of them pushing into mid at the moment. Dizzy Life, as you said, with that AWP. We'll see a Molly trying to head down there into jungle, but I don't think it was particularly successful, just falling short. Going to force Lonsdale back. Lonsdale's sitting on 7-0-0 at the moment after 3 rounds, so he's had a pretty good game so far. 3 players left here as Hats goes down. So this first gun round coming out from Team Ferox on the T side, not looking too bad, to be perfectly honest. Through the smoke he goes, until he's so much team damage there, I would suspect. As Dizzy Life does take down Lonsdale. Lonsdale picks up no one. Sorry, it is Yellow taking down Spikes, and Yellow, the last player left, he will pick up 1, going to get taken out in return. So that very all important first gun round here going over to Team Ferox in their first round win of the map.
Yeah, it's of the matchup as well. It was very aggressive on a number of occasions there from Trident. We saw the peak at A main, the peak at Underpass from Break, who's gone very aggressive in that mid area, I think every round thus far. So perhaps just overextending a little bit there, Trident, and getting appropriately punished for it by Team Ferox.
Going mid again, they do certainly seem to like this position. Smoke this time going to go down onto jungle. Lonsdale pokes out. Pixel picks up Iceman's first kill of the round. A nice little molly over the top as well. Pixel goes down. Dizzy Life going to take out Break as well. 3 players left up for the CTs. 4 for the T side. Trying to perhaps get into that short B area. We'll soon find out. Lonsdale going to get picked up there by Spikes. And only 1 player left on either side for the CTs. They will go back and pick up the bomb. And we just need to decide which site they wish to go. Now, at this point, Mike, do you go 50-50 and stack a site with 2 players, or do you just sort of hold out and hope you can rotate in time?
You've got to have some sort of inkling as to where they're going if you want to do that. And really what Ferox should be doing in this scenario is just sending all 4 towards the one site and just playing the numbers. So even if there are 2 from Trident on that one particular site, they're able to just squash any possibility of the round being lost by effective trading. And you can see the creep towards the A site now. And I think most importantly, it's Spikes is in a pretty good mid location as well.
Yeah, Hats maybe. If he hears a jump or something, he might be able to find himself something, but not at the moment. They will pass silently past each other. Actually, he's going to come back, perhaps poke the corner, at least hold the site. He doesn't really need to do all that much. We will see Yellow starting to make his way back over. Unsure whether they want to save these weapons. It's not a terrible idea, I suspect. They're sitting on stuff or money at the moment. Hats might find himself in the sights of Spikes. No, he's going to just push past again. We'll see it's not a bad spot for them to hold here, to be perfectly honest. So we know Team Ferox is going to pick up this round. It's just a matter of how many guns Trident are going to push through to the next round with. They know where they are now. The bomb is going to go off, and it looks like they will be able to save themselves 2 M4s if they just hang away from Cruden here, which is probably the prudent thing to do right now, Mike.
And Yellow's just picked up Cruden right as you finished that sentence there. So 3-2 now, and it's going to force Trident, should force them onto an eco of some description. They're going to pick up the 3rd loss bonus at the end of this round, which will give them 2,400 in Cashola. So they bought a couple of pistols, and that's a good investment as well.
Do you like the CZs as a pistol,
No,
Mike? Obviously, the intention is you get a kill, you steal a weapon, right? That's how you play it.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of it. I think it's just the draw time. Yeah, I think you're relying too much on playing a scenario perfectly and only having the one scenario available to you, which is what Break is trying to do right now. You see on screen, he is using the range of the CZ, or attempting to use the range of the CZ to catch Dizzy unaware. He doesn't successfully do that as well. Yeah. Look, it's a perfectly fine pistol and it works very well in certain scenarios, the CZ, but I think a 5.7 for a similar price gives you a lot more options.
I'm a big fan of the 5.7. It seems to have nice hitting power as well when you're going for the headshots. Good fire rate. A lot of positives. The CC's fun. It's nice to pull off that play where you sort of you hold a corner, right, and you just spray someone down and pick up their AK.
Yeah.
But it so very rarely works like that. As we keep going on about this, there is obviously only Yellow remaining. That was sort of is the default here for Team Ferox. It is 3 mid, 1A, 1B sort of thing. They keep pushing through, and it keeps getting them results here, Mike.
Yeah, and they're being reasonably patient as well with their holds of A and Bs. And catching players like Break Unaware who have been regularly pushing and regularly getting up in the grill. And it's obviously a game plan that Trident have gone into this to try and unsettle Ferox a little bit. And it's not working at this stage, so they're going to have to switch up how they're playing things. Although Pixel there copping a lovely nade to the left ear, taking off a good 47 damage there. That was a well thrown one, I'll give it that. So, and you can see now Ferox are aware of what's going on. They're expecting some sort of push. They're sitting right back in a number of locations waiting for Trident to go, yep, come through, I'm going to try and take this, and they're just holding a nice angle, a defensive angle to take them out and punish them yet again. Yeah,
some patience, the ability to hold is really quite underrated, I think, in Counter-Strike sometimes. Certainly at a semi-pro level, you can get so eager and you want to make those plays, but at the end of the day, time is part of the game. It's part of your resources. Your HP is a resource. The time is a resource. Obviously, your ammunition and your utility and things like that. Yellow going to take out K-Strife here over on the B side. Nice couple of early kills here. Only 2 remaining. Dizzy Life and Spike's going to try steal and push in to this B site. By the looks of it, they're going to use up all their utility. And Spike's going to go down as well. Break picking him up. So only Dizzy Life remains. And he's got himself in a bit of a difficult position. He's got the AWP. He's going to try and poke Yellow here, perhaps. Or they will obviously try and come around through behind him, but perhaps after he runs out of time would be their sort of ideal situation. Perhaps he's down to all of 18 HP, and Yellow picks him up there. So that one played out a little bit differently, Mike. What happened?
Yeah, it was just a slow B creep. I think Ferox were potentially expecting a double eco on that scenario, and you can see the money scenario there for Trident's pretty low. So the buy in that case, and they had very limited utilities. If Ferox really waited out the time a little bit more and tried to drag some of these utilities out by putting some pressure on the side, it could have gone a little better for them. Ultimately, as Lonsdale takes off Dizzy's head, they went in a little bit prematurely and potentially not with as much info as they needed.
We will see 3 players around in mid again. We keep seeing Pixel, or at least one of the players flashes out into underpass and pushes through. So might look like we're trying to just force out someone here onto short B. The bomb again being held back in that position around towards T spawn. And a minute left on the clock here as I think it's K-Strike starts to make his way slowly back around to mid. We'll see. Very quick kill there onto Crude, and Spike's going to pick up break in return. However, got to trade those kills out. 3 under 3. Kind of tagged up on both teams here. But they will have to get a wiggle on, Mike, won't they?
Enough time to poke around and try and make their way into a site at the moment. You can see Iceman and Lonsdale holding this down this A site. It's just yellow on the Bs. And they're going to know it's going to be up here as well. A lot of sound being made.
Nice flash. It's not going to work out for him. However, Iceman going to take out K-Strive. Spikes onto Lonsdale. Iceman picks up another. So that leaves Pixel. He's got to run through the flames, pick up the bomb. And if they weren't running low for time before, they certainly are now. 20 seconds on the clock. It's a 1v1. Great positioning here from Yellow. I personally feel is Pixel going to try and get the plant down. It looks like he's going to go for it. No fake plant at the moment. The bomb plant does go down. 79% is the HP up against 100. CT with the advantage, at least 4 HP. AK up against the M4. Fair bit of utility. 2 flashes here for Yellow. So I think he's worked out, he's deduced that Pixel's probably in his corner. Jumps up, gets the kill, and will get the defuse. Pretty well played, to be honest.
Yeah. It's very well played. Can't argue much about that, and barely got a shot off against him. So, yeah, again, just not quite going as well as it has been for Ferox in those mid-rounds. The decision to go back to A again. They worked their default like they had been in the 3 successful rounds they've had, getting into mid and owning that mid area. But they weren't able to capitalise that well on it. Break did get a little bit lucky, I'm going to have to say. He probably should have been punished on short as the push that he did to get in front of that Molotov. He got a little bit lucky, but was able to take Dizzy in before going down and get a lot of information.
We will see Team Ferox here. They've forced a buyout. A few AKs and a couple of Tech 9s now being 1 Tech 9 with Break taking up a kill. It will be the A-bomb site. They're going to try and push their way out here. They are certainly being held back here by flashes and smokes and whatnot coming out from Trident, giving them a lot of time to rotate around. Getting stuck up on the boxes is Crude, and he gets taken out. K-Stripe going to go down as well, and Iceman picks up the trickle as Dizzy Life going to go down as well. Very, very quickly sort of finished off there from Trident, not losing a player, and really sort of destroying that half force by coming out from Team Ferox. 6-3 is the score, Mike, and Trident not looking too bad.
As we see a little bit of eco slaw coming in there from Iceman. And Lonsdale managing to survive, and Hats just takes off the head of Pixel as well. So just alive now, it's a 2 versus 5 scenario. And Break was able to survive last, or rather all the members of Trident were able to survive last round. And that's going to be really helpful for them picking up their economy. I don't know whether Iceman knows that Castron's going to know now, that's for sure. But yeah, if we look now at the money scenario, it's starting to look pretty good for Trident, and they're easily going to be able to buy for 2 rounds after that, based on the fact that everyone survived this round as well. But again, AWP coming out this time on Pixel. Perhaps he's feeling a little bit more. Dizzy has been semi-successful with it, although his picks haven't really been working out that well for Ferox.
Yeah, if we take a look at the scoreboard at the moment, Iceman up there on 12 kills. No one going above 6. Break will poke through into Palace, taking out Cruden pretty easily there with AWP. He's going to fall all the way back through to CT. We take a look at the other side of the map. Pixel poking through into the B-bomb site from apartments, trying to find himself a kill. Yellow going to get smoked out. Is he going to poke the smoke and find a kill of his own? Break going to get tagged up as well, down to 16% HP. Only Pixel up here at the moment though on the site, but they do know he is there. He's going to jump on out. Won't be able to get a kill. Yellow picks him up. Spikes comes around the corner here at short B. Takes out Break, who was already tagged up. Smoke going to come out, or perhaps a flash, I should say. And it is 4 onto 3. The bomb making its way over to the site. Nice little cleanup of Lonsdale, and Yellow going to get picked up as well. Dizzy Life taking out him. 2 onto 3. The bomb plant going to go down. Not a very smart move jumping out there from Hats, and it is only Iceman left. So the money they saved up last 2 rounds, they are going to need this time, because they get picked up, all wiped out. And a very, very useful round win coming out for Team Ferox. They really couldn't afford to keep losing, could they, Mike?
No, they couldn't. Yeah. And I feel like they got a little bit lucky there. Pixel sort of threw away his life a little bit jumping in early. He should have waited for that short push to come out. They would have been able to catch a couple people unaware, but provided a good enough distraction, albeit an expensive one. They did save the AWP for him. But like I mentioned, Trident able to buy this round, and Lonsdale again getting the first kill of the round. Pixel this time opting for the Palace push, and he's going to try and get Lonsdale as he drops back out of that mid room looking towards jungle. Tags him down to 13 though, doesn't get the kill, but it's probably going to make him a little bit scared at the very least.
Yeah, it's certainly not ideal. We will see Cruden pushing through underpass. And again, just trying to find out break here out at short B. 4 players still up for the T side, all at 100 HP. Only Lonsdale tagged down at the moment for Trident, saying that Hat's going to take a bit of damage as well. So we will see 3 players of the T side sitting here in mid. Only one over in Palace, but drawing 3 players of his own is Pixel. So he's trying to find himself a no scope through the wood there. Not going to work at the moment. Going to flash his way out. Cruden has gone down in the interim. And it is now 4-on-2-3. Though I must admit, it is a very tagged up 3 players for Team Ferox. 30 odd seconds on the clock here. They will. It looks to me like they're going to try and execute onto this A site. Pixel would love to find himself a kill. Lonsdale just lurking and watching down the backside of CT. But they're not poking, they're not doing anything silly here. Is the CT side at the moment. Only Hat's in a sort of awkward position. Iceman going to find himself picked up. Having said that, Dizzy Life pulling through and getting that one out. Hats takes out Pixel, who was already tagged up. Dizzy Life on 9 HP bar. He could find himself a kill here onto Lonsdale if he's quick, and he will. And Bomb Plant should be able to go down yellow. This time he has a combined 37 HP to take out. He is on 100. The Bomb Plant is down. They know where he is. He takes out K-Strife there, Mike. And Yellow playing very, very well. Going to go grab himself that AWP, turn around and grab a defuse.
So again, the clutch scenario going in the way of Trident. It's going to extend their lead by 4, so it will be 8-4 in favour of Trident this first half. The best of 3 or a Mirage. And really, Ferox again, or Pixel short on cash, and so is somebody else. Sorry, no, it was Pixel who was short on cash. So they're going to go with a Tech 9/pistol sort of buy with a couple of utilities. So they have something in mind, which is good to see. You should never just not do anything on an eco round. You should always try and get something going, some form of strategy, and a little bit of investment. As Lonsdale drops out a window round and just says, no thank you to Pixel, you're not going to come up through underpass. And now the focus is going to be solely towards this A-bomb site, and you can see Trident's got all the information from top of mid, and they have 3 waiting for these players of Ferox.
They certainly do. Well, let's see how this one plays out. Iceman getting caught with his pants down, throwing out a smoke grenade at exactly the wrong time. Allowing the guys onto the side here with that smoked off interconnector. It is still 4-on-4. Obviously, the advantage in form of firearms going to the CT side, as they get ripped apart. Very, very quick retake there coming out from the counter terrace, and trying to pick up another round here. Mike, that force buy not going very, very well at all. It looked good for a second there, but Trident just ripped into them and pulled them apart at the end.
Yeah, it was possibly a little bit of an overextension from Ferox post-plan, really trying to rush up. And guess in that scenario where you are in the equipment disadvantage, what they were trying to do is utilize the surprise factor and just push through a smoke and see if they can get someone going from there, but it wasn't to be the case. It looks like they're going to default back into a straight-out A execute, no information, and subsequently Break still running right at the top of mid. He's got a lot of information now.
Yeah, they know where the guys are to a degree. Pixel getting caught out in his usual position, going to get taken down by Lonsdale, leaving them with only 4 players remaining. They do have that AWP onto Dizzy Light. Cruden going to jump down. Such bad timing. The bomb is down there as well. Spike's going to take out Iceman. Hats picks up 2. K-Strife and Spike's both going down. Dizzy Life, the last player remaining here for the T side. He is up in a palace. He's got himself an AWP. He can do a bit of damage, but a lot of work cut out for him. It's not looking very good for Team Ferox here. Are they struggling as the T side? Are they getting outplayed, Mike Starr?
Yeah, well, it was interesting because when they were getting their rounds early on in this half, it was through good utilisation of mid, and now really the executes with no information are burning them because Trident, whilst they don't have Burn as a player anymore, Break has just been running right at the top of mid and getting all the information they need early. So that's the 10th round now in favour of Trident. They're going to be very happy with this scenario. I said yesterday, par for course on CT side is 9 rounds. So if they're able to pick up this last round against a weak buy in terms of 3 Tech 9s and a Mac 10, correction, 2 Tech 9s and a Mac 10, 2 AKs, then if they're able to pick up this round, they're going to put themselves in a pretty good scenario on Ferox's map pick nonetheless.
I'm a big fan of the Mac 10, more so because it's got that awesome outrun themed skin. But I don't think we're going to be seeing K-Strife running with that one, unfortunately. I'd love to see it on more weapons.
It looks like he's running the older default. That's still as effective as a B split is on here, and they've pushed up shot very aggressively, and it's just Break at the back of B's side to defend here. He's got a lot of work to do here.
Certainly does. They're going to rush out onto the site. Break obviously going to get torn to shreds because there's very, very little he can do. Dizzy Life finds himself an AWP and yellow at the same time. If he pokes around into shop, he might be able to grab another one. No, he's going to flash out instead and just try and hold this position for the moment. The bomb plan is down. Ooh. Oh, nice shot onto Hat. Very, very fortunate. Ooh. Picks up another one. Dizzy Life going absolutely nuts. And Iceman here, the last player left, he's going to try and make something of this because obviously it is the last round of the half. But really, what can he do? This would be astonishing if he could pull something out, almost as good as what Dizzy did in the interim. And Trident coming around from behind in that short B sort of area. And the round will be, the half even, Mike, will be 10-5. You said par for the course is 9-6. Yep. You would sort of guesstimate. So considering you suspected Trident was the team who was going to lose this one, at least 10-5 looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, no, 10-5 is looking pretty good for Trident. Perhaps I underestimated them. Perhaps they've had a little more time to work together as a team than I previously expected. So I guess still it's CT side. You can play, really you can, at times you can rely on your aim and your individual skill a little bit more than T side, where you have to coordinate a little better. Whereas, and rotations come a little bit more natively on the CT side than Teamwork does for Ferox, for a team like Ferox's experience that they have. So we'll see. Just something I would like to note that I thought Trident threw away that last round there as well. Yellow peaking when he didn't have any teammates there to play with.
Yeah, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of died one by one to Dizzy, who was hitting some sick shots. That's certainly, I'm not going to take anything away from that guy.
Yeah. Because Pixel was already down, wasn't he? I felt that 4 players onto that. I'm not sure. I think that has what happened. But if Trident can pick up this round, it's going to put him in a great position for the rest of the game. We'll see what's going to happen here. They've already lost one player. The bomb plant going to go down. Very tagged up are the T side. We'll see how this retake's going to go. Spike's going to take down Lunsdale. Iceman picks up 1. Break picks up 2. Pixel and, K-Stripe going to go down to him. Break getting picked up. Only Iceman left, and he is gone as well. The defuse going to come down here. Team Ferox, a very important round to win, getting them on top as they start off on the CT side.
Trying to potentially, again, just overextending a little bit there. It's good to see them try and hold an area that's not just get the bomb plant and then retreat back to where you came from and send back an A main and one up in Palace like the usual, but to try and take that area of the top of connector there on the A side near stairs off Team Ferox. But it wasn't to be. They sort of just ran in and didn't quite make the kills that they needed to make. And we can see just a little bit of a mid play from Trident, so we're interested to see how they try to attempt to take mid in this second half.
Yeah, it's attempting to take mid and take on Dizzy with that M4 with just pistols. I'm not sure that's necessarily going to work as a strategy, and I think we're finding out that it's probably not going to work very well, with Yellow being the last player alive there, and they will manage to pick him up very, very easily, not losing a single player that time around.
Yeah, really the reason why they were probably willing to just kind of wander and meander up to the top of mid was to see how Ferox are going to try and play that, whether Dizzy is going to play from the mid window or not, because they know that they were going to buy this round with 5 AKs rather than waiting for that AWP like that Ferox did in that round. So that's the sort of the reasoning behind why they were willing to just try and play Glock versus M4, which is a game of, particularly when you have no armor, just very, very heavily against your favour. So, and we can see again, they've taken mid pretty early. They've gotten just underneath the window and everything. So we'll see what they can work from here.
Yeah, there's still 5 players up on both sides at the moment. You said just starting to try and take some mid control. The bomb back, just waiting at the moment. Obviously not wanting to lose that one anywhere difficult to go and get it back. But as we reach the 1 minute mark here, they haven't made any progress onto a site. But this isn't a terrible position to try and do something from. We'll see only 1 player, however, from the CT side sitting over on B at the moment. So if it does come around to A, we will see 3 players almost sitting on the site at the moment, and of course 1 over. I think it's Pixel up in ladder. We'll see if this one plays out, but they will start trying to push onto this A site right about now. Trident going to go down. Lunsdale picked up as well. Ferox, Pixel and Ferox Spikes both going to go down. And not looking very good here for the CT side. 3 onto 2. The bomb plant shortly, I suspect, will go down. Hats just trying to hold this spot through the smoke onto Dizzy Life. We'll see if they're going to poke at the right time or the wrong time as Pixel picks up break. And Yellow takes out 1 as well. It is only Dizzy Life remain. It's 1-on-1 here. The bomb still not down, Mike, which is less than ideal. Hat's going to try and take the duel. Going to try and keep firing. 85% is the HP, but Dizzy Life going to get the better of him. The bomb plant never going down there. And CT's picking up the round.
A round that they did need to win as well. It's going to allow them to peg it back to 10-9 at the very least, as we'll see Trident go back onto the eco. And Dizzy really picking up 3 very critical rounds there, and he has been the key, as you can see on the scoreboard. 22 frags for the map thus far. He's the hard carry for Ferox. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. And now it's just going to be a delayed B execute. Just a couple of pistols.
Yeah, not looking great. No armor, some pistols. A reasonable nade coming out.
They have a dream, at least.
Yeah, well, they're going to try and file out here, but it's not going to work. Pixel picks up 1, along with K-Strife, and Iceman does manage to find Pixel in the end. K-Strife here picks up 1, and Dizzy Life going to take out another. As you said, looking at that scoreboard, Dizzy playing so very well. His team are only now, even if you looked at it like 2 or 3 rounds ago, he was still on like 18 frags compared to the rest of his team who were down on like 12 and 9 and things like that.
Yeah, he played a very
comparison to Trident, yeah, who's relatively similar in terms of frags.
Yeah, he played a very critical role in that round where he was able to pick up 3 frags, I think it was. He was very patient from that CT spawn area. And so like we saw earlier, potentially breaking over, extending at times earlier on in that half. And Dizzy's still doing work, this time with the AWP, boosted up onto the box at short. But the A pincher is on here, and K-Strife picking up 1, Cruden picking up 1, K-Strife getting 1 in the middle there. And all's left alive is Lonsdale, who doesn't get much done, and in fact no kills whatsoever on the Trident side. They're starting to look a little unsettled. They're gaining territory, but they're not able to use it effectively onto either bomb side at this point.
Yeah, the CT's team Ferox consistently having more AK-47s than the T side is certainly less than ideal. We're going for deagles all round here though. See if we can repeat this sort of let's take mid and duke it out. Obviously, Deagle's a little bit better in that regard as Pixel does take Outbreak and K-Strife going to go down as well. So a couple of good kills as Hats takes out Pixel as well. 4 players left for the T, so they will manage to find themselves an M4.
Cruden is very vital for this Team Ferox at the moment. He's on the B bomb site, and Yellow's managed to make his way all the way to Van. And that kill has caused the rotate from Cruden off. And so now the CTs have stretched the defense. But Trident have decided that, no, we're going to be able to use the position that Hats has in mid. And we're going to split onto the A-bomb site from Palace Main and from Mid-Connector as well. And we can see it coming through there. But Dizzy is waiting for the AWP. He's going to have none of this. Defensively putting down the Molotov, picking up a second kill and the third as well. This guy is hot.
27 kills on the board. And we're not even past 11 on either side of the scoreboard. Dizzy Life playing very, very well. Should have they come back round to B then? Was that the correct play, do you feel? Or
yeah, the bomb was a little bit delayed. It was, you see them just about every round they've dropped it way back where it's just gone down now, which is right at T spawn, which is certainly a safe position, but it doesn't allow them to take advantage of a scenario. So you can tell that their default is purely going to be slow at every time. They're going to be tactical about what they're going to do, or at least measured about where they're going to go. But in that instance, sometimes it's better to go on that contact play. And when you hit a headshot into that B-bomb site with a deagle like Yellow did, it can open up a round for you and really change. And from that point onwards, you should be splitting onto that B-bomb site from short, using that mid-area that you gained.
So we will see 3 players sitting here, sort of around mid, that default 1B, 3 mid, or 1A. Lonsdale going to run back and pick up the bomb here. A minute left on the clock. It looks like they're going to swing around to this B site, perhaps a B split, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the way there as well. Iceman running a decoy from the A main, and it is causing a rotate from Ferox, so probably a little bit of an over-rotation as well. You can see one of them's dropped off to the back of spawn. Dizzy Life's holding from the mid window, and now the game is up there, and you realise it's going to be that B split.
Yeah, they certainly pushed away, sort of like when you pour boiling water on ants, they all sort of scurried away from the B site, allowing Hats and the rest of his team to push on in and get this bomb plant down. It is 4-4. The retake is in progress here. We take a look at Cruton. He's coming up through underpasses, trying to find his way around the back, but he may not get there in time, to be perfectly honest, because the rest of his team is already giving it a go, and they're doing pretty well, I must admit. Only Iceman left here, and he has a bit of work to do because this defuse is going to go down. He takes out Cruton, but he's not going to be able to do anything else. And as much as I was giving him a hard time there, they won those aim battles, and they took back the site, Mike.
Yeah, and a little bit of poor communication there from Trident as well. That plant wasn't for apps at all. So why would you play apps in that scenario? Perhaps you should have been out there trading. And this is the point for Trident. They've got a tactical pause up their sleeve rather. They may or may not be wearing a tactical sleeve. I could pause here and let you think about that. But it's going to be an A hit again for Trident.
They are going to start pushing out onto the A site. Not a terrible position, however, for Team Ferox to try and hold from. Lonsdale trying to push over the top. He knows Dizzy Life is sort of somewhere in that smoke. He does manage to find that headshot. Cruton going to go down to break as well there. The bomb plant going to go down. 3 players left alive for the T's here. The CT's going to go and try and take this back because they've been playing pretty well, to be perfectly honest, in this second half. Pixel evens up the odds, break onto Iceman, and K-Stripe and Pixel, the last 2 players left, try and get this defuse. Iceman picks up 1 kill. Pixel throws away his weapon after running out of bullets, and he's going to get taken down as well. So Trident finally pulls one back here. It was like 7 rounds in a row is what they lost, and this is they need to win a couple from here because you certainly don't want to reset that loser's bonus and then lose all over again.
Yeah, it's like Trident up until this point have been turning down several one-way streets, and they got lost in Sydney perhaps in traffic. Nothing against one-way directions as well. So Dizzy sitting down the bottom of mid now, trying to find something. Wisely drops straight out there as well when he found his toes on fire from a little bit of Molotov action there. And look at Pixel walking along the fence there, trying to get... He's going to catch Yellow out there as well. That was a great play, and this is exactly what you were talking about at the start of that round here, as Iceman just wanders out on his own again, and all that's left is Break, who's going to have to make a solo play against 5. So,
yeah. But
like you said, they're going to get the economy reset. It's not as bad on the T side. You're looking at this at the money there as well. Hats is going to have nothing. But the rest of them are going to be able to at least buy a pistol and be able to buy successively in the next round. Or successfully, rather, not successively. But if Break can pull out a miracle here, I'd love to see it, that's for sure. A 1 versus 5 clutch when you're a round down and in a scenario where your money can get reset, and that'll be good. But if you're going to put odds on this round, what would they be, Sandman, for Break to win?
I think Elfish Guy has more chance with Emma Watson than Break has of winning this round. So I'm just going to put that out there as my odds. And with Team Ferox going to pick this one up, it's putting them in such a great position for the rest of this game. At the moment, they haven't lost a single player. They're sitting on, not huge amounts of cash, but by the end of this round, it will be looking pretty good. They'll be up 13-11. Trident will have no money. And I think it's going to take a lot here for Trident to come back and pick this one up.
Yeah, it breaks because he has that 4100 here. He's going to save this AK so he can try and use it and have an impact on the next round. Sometimes all you need is one player going large, and we've seen Dizzy do it on a number of occasions for Ferox. Perhaps Break will be that player for Trident to open up a bomb site, allow them some way into this, to keep themselves into this match and pull it back to 13-12. And do a little bit of an economy reset on Ferox as well. But a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they can do it. Iceman, what's he got at the moment? I don't think he had all that much. We will see four AKs. Okay, it's not the end of the world. A little bit of cash. Iceman has nothing, unfortunately, but that's just...
utilities at least.
He does. No armor, however. So he'll get a smoke out and perhaps a couple of flashes and see what he can do about that. He's just trying to bait out here over on the A site and perhaps get himself a rotation or 2K strike. Does find the end of him. Yellow going to go down as well to Dizzy Life. And the remaining 3 players here will try and cascade out onto the site, but that waterfall is going to get locked off. Little Pixel there with his finger in the dike, just holding it back. And Team Ferox out to 14-11. Trident going to be forced. What do you reckon they're going to do? Are they going to try and save up and play for a bit of overtime?
Yeah, looks like they are. It's a bold strategy. Probably would have put a little bit more effort in there. You can see what they were trying to do in that round. They were trying to draw out a rotate, but really in the end it was well read by Ferox and a really good play from Pixel to drop the Molotov, do a little bit of damage beforehand. And you can see the Lambs heading towards Slaughter, but at the moment one of them has got out of the gate and Pixel has been taken down by Yellow.
4 players remain on either side. 1 Deagle and the rest not looking all that great, to be perfectly honest. Looks like they're going to try and push into connector, maybe. Probably not a very good idea, because Cruden's certainly up here with that M4A1 silenced and might find himself a couple of quick kills. There's 1, there's 2. Bomb going to go down. He might be able to get himself a reload before they come through. Molly, not a bad time for that at all, as he does poke out onto Yellow. Picks him up. And Team Ferox going to win another round here. So the next 4 need to go to Trident if we're going to get this one over into OT. I must reiterate though, point back out that it's I love it when it does that. By the way, I love it when it does that.
And we've found ourselves in a 5 versus 4 scenario. Lonsdale's down to 4 HP, but complete mid control has been gained by Trident, and they're going to need this if they're going to execute well onto any bomb site. Iceman lurking at the top of Palace there. He's going to run the distraction at the very least as his teammates move their way up on short and try and catch off K-Strife. They can't quite get him there. The frag just not getting done, and he survives. In fact, gets the kill on Hats, spots all the information out. The rotate's coming across.
Yeah, 3 players left here. They might actually be able to pick up this round. But I suspect the answer is no, considering we've jumped forward in time. Sometimes I feel like I'm Nicolas Cage in Next, right? Where he can see into the future and he keeps trying to find out ways, he replays how he can pick up Jessica Biel again and again and again. Except we don't ever get the chance to go back and shoutcast the bit that we just saw in the future. Because the game just ends. And I think that's gonna be with Team Ferox picking this one up. Iceman, the last player left alive here for his team. And I suspect we will be seeing the end of him. 15 seconds remain on the clock. The bomb has not been planted yet. Yeah, he's trying. He's out there, and
he's just realised
but he's also dead. Yeah,
yep. And very dead indeed. As Spikes 1 taps him away, and that is a 16-11 rather. Of course, we were on 15, and that makes it 16. And Dizzy being the hard carry there, dropping the 30 bomb, 34 kills, only 2 assists, but what's 2 assists when you have 34 kills and 13 deaths to go with it? And so the first map goes in favour of Ferox, yes. And so how's your prediction looking now?
Yeah, right on point, Mike. We're both right on point still.
Okay.
To be fair.
True. It's a win-win scenario at this stage.
Yeah. To be fair, if you subscribe to our team, to Sandman's Counter-Strike Go picks and whatnot, it's only $12.99 a month, and
really,
you can get great stats like knowing that Trident are going to come back and pick up the next 2 maps. So obviously the next map being Dust 2, it is their map. It's the one they picked. Though I do suspect that the guys from Team Ferox have played this one once or twice as well.
An Australian Counter-Strike stalwart as well. Dust 2, everybody's favourite map. It's not as bad as it used to be, actually, I have to say. The Australian Counter-Strike scene has improved in their love of Dust 2. It has waned a little bit over the years. People like to play Inferno a lot more, and Mirage is another big one. Cache as well. Cache really just being Dust 2 and another guys. But yeah, Dust 2... I think I'm going to have to continue to roll on with my original prediction of 2-zip for Ferox. I'm not going to waver from that based on what I saw on the first map there. And I think it could possibly be a little bit quicker than what we saw on this first map as well. I'm going to go realign my map score prediction to be a 16-8 in favour of Team Ferox.
Wow, okay. Well,
so what's your Trident score then, hey?
For those of us who have subscribed to Sandman's CSGO predictions, they would have got this earlier on in the day.
Yep.
But for the rest of us now, what's going to happen is that Trident's going to win the knife round. They're going to pick CT. They're going to come out and win the first half pretty convincingly. They're going to go 12-3, and then they're going to win the pistol round, and they're going to come out. Then they're going to go down a little bit. Then they come back out. End result's going to be Trident's going to win this one 16-8.
Oh, right.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Yep. Okay. How many people got that inside tip earlier in the day?
I think there are 2 subscribers. One of them is Elfish Guy's mum, and one of them is Cyanide.
Cyanide. Right. Yep. Of course, being one of the Cybergamer admins as well. So, and you are watching the Mwave Cybergamer Premier League professional division. That is Autumn 2016 season as well, and. Like we said earlier on the broadcast, it feels like it was a good hour and a half ago, because it literally was an hour and a half ago. But Turtle Beach, Plantronics, Netgear, Logitech, and AK Racing have all joined in as well, helping out Mwave, our title sponsor, for this season. And without their support, none of this would be possible. Not necessary. This is certainly necessary. Australian Counter-Strike needs a league this good, that's for sure. Best of 3 format through the whole season. LAN finals. What more could you ask for?
Starting on time, Mike.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that's a good one.
Look, to be fair, if they can't do it in Europe, okay?
That's
if they can't, every night this week I've gone to bed, I get the Chromecast on, I get the iPad out, and I'll bring up, Counter-Strike. Cool. I can't wait to see what Fnatic's going to do tonight. And then just nothing. So...
Poor Sam.
We're trying to replicate what the pros do, to be perfectly honest. And I think we're doing a very good job of that.
A little too successfully for my liking. But that's all right. Where are we going to go with that? Obviously, we just spoke about Mwave and the sponsors there as well. I guess another good point now, whilst we are between maps, and we'll be getting cracking on the knife round very shortly by the looks of things. But if you follow both the CGPL event channel and the CGTV_CSGO channel, which will be showing the alternate matchup most nights. If you follow both of those channels, you could become the lucky owner of a Cybergamer polo t-shirt, or a polo shirt if you don't want to add the T in there, and sell it to me again, because you did such a good job the first time there.
Well, the first time we were discussing what would happen potentially, like if you're playing golf. Yeah. And that's definitely a real possibility, right?
Yeah.
Definitely a real possibility.
Well, you got to play golf, so.
Yeah, well, look, you don't even have to be good at golf. Like, not everyone here is good at Counter-Strike, but they still play. So, you can play some golf. You don't have to be good. You just have to get matched up with that lucky billionaire who crosses paths with you.
I got a question for you,
Yes.
Man. Are you any good at golf?
When I was like 6, I used to be pretty good at golf, to be honest.
Okay, so
when I was 6, So
No.
that was a good
Good for a
20,
6-year-old?
almost 5 years ago. And it's certainly less of the case now.
Okay.
So
Would you say
I
that
guess,
you're better at golf than you are at Counter-Strike? That's the real question.
look, I don't know if I would go that far. I'm pretty good at the P90, to be perfectly honest. And
Ah, yes,
I
the
must admit
professional.
that my opponents also like to talk about how good I am with the P90. So much so they beg me to use other weapons. But
I
you
see.
just got to go with what you know sometimes, and that's what I know. While we're talking about things like this, like these sponsors that we have at the moment, I don't want to harp on about it, but I'm going to. Look, so many of them are such good sponsors for Australian esports as well. You consistently see the same companies supporting Australia and New Zealand, Oceania as a whole, over and over and over again. They support teams, they support events like this, and I think it's a great, if a team does something wrong, the first thing someone might want to do is like tag that team and their sponsor on Twitter and give them a hard time and really dig in there. Don't forget just to tell them how much you appreciate what they're doing by sponsoring these events as well. Let them know, it's great that we've got this prize pool. It's great that we're going to have 4 games at LAN. Like, these are fantastic things, and it just doesn't happen without money.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Honestly,
Money makes the
people,
world go
Si and I
round.
can work 20 hours a day on it. We can sit here and do this for free in like 35-degree Queensland temperatures. But at the end
Okay,
of the
here
day,
we
you're
go.
still not going to get land if someone doesn't pay for it. You know what I mean? There's no money
I know what you mean. It's
it's not there.
whilst it's not 35 degrees up here, it's been pretty warm where I am in Newcastle as well. So, but you're 100% right. Mwave has sponsored a number of esports competitions over the last year that I've been back involved in esports, and and they've been really great. And sometimes you can actually pick up tournament PCs after the fact, so you know that you're into Counter-Strike. These Counter-Strike PCs that you're going to pick up are going to be able to provide you with the goods that you need. But of course, Plantronics have done tons of events over the years at Turtle Beach, Neki, Logitech, OK Racing, all getting involved and really helping out our scene and helping it grow. As we ride the wave of momentum that is the emerging esports, I mean, we're going to see it on proper TV, old school TV, I will have to say, in the States later on in the year as well, with $1 million prize pools and things like that. So it's getting big. Get involved, support those who are supporting our scene and helping the games that we love.
And I think it
get
makes a
started.
genuine difference. Like, if you go out of your way to say, hey, just letting you know, I bought this from you because, because I grabbed this awesome Logitech mouse, which I must admit, I've heard some very good things about those new Logitech mice. I'm actually going to...
The 300, the G300 or something like that?
There's a new sensor in them that
I see.
yeah,
It's getting the wraps, is it?
Yeah, it's just people have been saying they're fantastic. So if you get your Logitech stuff from Mwave, it's definitely the way to go.
And
Knife round, Mike.
Yeah, going straight back into the game here. The knife round will be played out, of course, an exchange of knives. Who has the best knife at the moment, based on the last alive? I'd say that would be Cruden, although he doesn't manage to use it effectively and gets taken down by Yellow, who subsequently shanks his teammate at Iceman. So we're going to go into this second map, the best of 3. If you were joining us, the first map was Mirage, and the end result was 16-11 in Ferox's favour. So the second map is Trident's pick.
Yep.
So hopefully, for your sake, for your prediction at least, and for those fans of you out there who are on the Trident bandwagon, and there are quite a number of you out there who are on the Trident bandwagon. 16-8 is your prediction, where I'm going the complete opposite in terms of the team that's winning. But Ferox is going to close this one off 16-8. And starting on CT side, it's not good news for Trident, I feel.
They won the knife round, though.
Yeah, I know they won the knife round, but what I'm saying is Ferox were on fire on that CT side, led by Dizzy, dropping 34 on that first map. But we saw the lockdown 7 rounds straight from Ferox and CT in that second half. So if they get that roll and they keep that momentum going that they had from Mirage, then this is going to end up pretty ugly for Trident, I feel.
Yeah, if you go back in time and listen to my prediction, I certainly didn't say that Trident would win the knife round and pick CT. I said they would win the knife round and pick T side, which is exactly what's happened, because that's exactly what I said. But it does make you wonder what their strategy is here, Mike. you know, they're picking the more difficult of the two sides. Obviously, you know, this is Australia. We are traditionally convicts, perhaps, and maybe we like being on the T side. But
it's a classic Trident maneuver. Actually, they picked a. They've been known to kill themselves in the knife round and everything. But anyway, the action is unfurling now, and it is going to be an A site hit. But Trident taking the first kill before he gets traded out. Dizzy coming in as well. Yellow's picked up a double already. Bomb is down on stairs. The site hasn't been taken, so despite all the activity that's flurried through, Break is left on 16, and Yellow is feeling a little bit worse for wear in his 3 versus 3.
Yeah, we've essentially just eliminated 40% of each team and brought it down to a bit of a mini 3v3 comp here for the pistol round. 40 seconds on the clock. We will see K-Strife sitting here in mid. He will hear all the boys pass through, and the very quick rotate call does come out. And he's not sure whether there's anyone in there at the moment. And there wasn't at that point in time that he decided to flash himself. But Lundstyle going to push through. We'll get this bomb plant down by the looks of it if Cave Stripe doesn't poke over the top. He does, but he doesn't get a kill from it. So Pixel on 29 HP there. And Dizzy Life, the last player left, he might be able to fake his way through with a fake flash there. He takes out Yellow. So we'll see what he's going to do. Is he going to throw it? Is he going to just jump over the top and try and take out Lundstyle? I'm not sure if it's going to work, to be perfectly honest. And the other player in the form of Break just holding back Lundstyle, going to get the kill. And Trident here going to pick up that first pistol round on the T side, Mike. And nice work.
Yeah, no, it was. Yellow going large there, pick up the 4K for them. The 2 early in the round, and then able to pick up 2 as they tried to retake there. And again, it was a little bit 1-by-1-ish from Ferox, so that's not the greatest thing. And Ferox is deciding to do a 4-stack towards B, which it could spell disaster for Trident, because they've decided to put 3 towards B. But now they're getting the case of cold feet and heading back towards T-spawn. They'll regroup, and 25 seconds have passed, nudging 30 seconds now. And not much info has been gained by either team.
No.
And
but there are 4 players on the B bomb site. They're stacking it hard here. And the remaining player over at Car on A. So this would be a perfect time to rush on out. They will now know that they've lost 1 player in the form of Dizzy Life. They rush back through mid, and 2 going to go perhaps through CT. 2 going to try and go short. No, 1 holding CT. The rest of them going to come up into mid. AZ going to find out in the nick of time that he's time to die. Break picks up 1, picks up 2, and finally going to go down in the end. The bomb finally going to get planted here. It is 2 onto 4. They have a Mac 10, I believe, but that's about it.
They should save the Mac 10. They didn't invest armor in this round, so Cruden should buy armor next round. Try and use the Mac 10 to advantage. If you're gonna put in a pistol armor buy at any point, you can do it in this 3rd round that's coming up. They're not going to buy completely. Use that Mac 10 if you get a couple of kills. Hey, presto.
Mac 10 less than ideal against armor targets, however, correct?
Correct, but it's better than nothing. And if you don't have armor yourself, you get shot in the leg by a UMP, for example, an Iceman. Your aim goes...
Yes.
And then it's all over Red Rover. You'll have no impact. So
aim like Elfish Guy after 2 beers. Just all over the place. So
thanks for that lovely visual.
Look, that's a joke, to be honest. Elfish Guy can't drink beer.
He doesn't drink at all, in fact.
No.
That's good. It's respectable.
It's good. 2-0. Nice little start coming out from Trident. Obviously, you pick up the pistol round, you're expected to win the next one. Saving up that Mac 10, as you suggested, 1 CZ. A couple of USPs, and
if you want to get really technical with the details, Cruden's got a pistol, a P250 there that he used. He should have given that to Dizzy or K-Strife, and that way they wouldn't be going in completely dry per se into this round. And again, it's a fairly slow take at the top of mid. You see that NOA stack, and well, it's a double stack. You can see the 2 in mid and the NOA position, and 2 on stairs as well, pushed right aggressively, waiting for some sort of a push from the T's, but it's identical to last round. 4 from long, and then Break waiting at the top of mid. K-Strife is going to catch that grenade, lovely there. Spike's just going to come through as well. He gets the kill from short there. And, we're expecting the Slaughter to come in any minute now, and there it is, in fact, leaving Dizzy the last alive, the hero of the last map for Team Ferox.
Yes, I think this is even perhaps beyond Dizzy's capabilities. Break picking up the last kill. Only Hat's going to go down there for the T side. Now, this is going to allow Team Ferox to come out and spend a bit of cash. You will see an AWP. What will Pixel and Spikes get? A second AWP is the call. So double AWP CT setup is what we'll see, combined with 3 M4s of a couple of different versions, and 3 along long and 2B, as again, they do seem to enjoy going uppers into mid, and Break's actually pushed down a very, very long way, picks up a free kill onto Pixel, and that AWP going to go down without doing anything. Very big waste of money there very, very early on.
Very expensive, especially on the CT side. It's a risky maneuver going for the double AWP setup, and Break really had the ultimate mobility, even against an armored target there, Sandman.
Yeah, exactly. But he just came out, didn't expect to see him. He was in very, very quickly, earlier than they had pushed through before. Cruden going to even up a little bit, going to bring it back to 4 apiece, finding himself a kill. 3 players here over towards the B-bomb site. Only K-Stripe up the back there, going to try and hold that one out, but he does not succeed. They will roll it out here onto the B site. Cruden down to 6 HP. There's not all that much you can probably do, I suspect. He might be able to find himself maybe one over the top of the smoke. He fires through his flash down. Going to get forced back, however. Does manage to escape as the bomb plant does go down. It looks to me like the guys over on the CT side are going to save this one up, because they really don't want to throw away any more money here. 3 for the save isn't terrible anyway, is it, Mike?
No, it's going to put them in a reasonable position. But yeah, such a big investment made into that round by Ferox on the double AWP setup. It was Dizzy and Pixel picking up. I saw Break getting the first kill of the round, and you're just not going to be able to retake in that scenario. Well, your chances of retake are so low. So the sensible, the percentage play has been made by Team Ferox. With Cruden on 6 HP, he's going to be hiding away as far as he can. And Dizzy's going to AWP up towards long. Just going to see how many he can take, really.
Yeah, I don't know if that was great, but they will be able to recover that AWP, losing an AK, but it's all about it. Break sitting on 1,300 here at the moment. So
yeah, that's because he's gotten 5 kills with a Mac 10.
Yeah.
So
easy money, isn't it?
Easy money, easy life. Really.
That's why gangsters use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's all that extra cash you get from it.
And don't forget the rep that you get.
Yeah, the rep, especially when you hold it sideways.
Yeah,
That's especially. So, going to go through uppers into lowers once again. No rush out this time into mid, but there, however, is no one in mid at the moment. No Pixel there this time around. Dizzy Life, the only AWP for his team. Cruden back in his usual spot as he slowly makes his way back around into CT. 4 players at the moment sitting in mid for Trident. They've had 4 pretty good rounds, I must admit, and another one here would put them in great stead, pushing into this second map in the best of 3. They lost, of course, the first map on Mirage, I think 16-11 to Team Ferox, and for all of us following along at home on Sandman's tips, we will now expect Trident to pick this one up, and this is a very good start for them.
Certainly. Flawless start on Dust 2 thus far. And really taking this round slow and dragging, if they can drag a couple more utilities out of Ferox by putting a little bit of pressure on the site, they're going to be able to attack a site pretty much dry and be able to use what they've got left.
Yeah, we'll see. Actually, Dizzy Life taking out 1. Pixel going to go down as well. They rotated back around here onto the B site once again. K-Stripe going to jump up, find himself a kill. No, he won't. He's going to get forced back, or at least decide to jump back. Probably the better decision for the moment, but onto the B site without any form of real hassle here. Break going to take down Kryn, and Lonsdale going to get picked up as well. Break goes down, and K-Stripe gets picked up. 2 players left on either side here, and the bomb plant has gone down. Now we will see. Yellow is the last remaining player. If we can get Dizzy Light quickly, he might be okay. It's not going to happen. So a nice little retake here. It looked like they got into the side pretty well, Mike, but just stuffing around, trying to find positions. They took a bit of damage, and in the end, Team Ferox did pull out a nice little retake.
Yeah, I guess Break probably, again, I think he overextended a little bit there. He didn't really need to bust out through the doors through a smoke to try and take on a couple of players, because, I mean, in that scenario, where do you expect the players to be? You expect the players to be either coming through tunnels, which wasn't the case because they had a player in there who was watching that, or they're going to be sitting outside the doors. So running out, even if I guess you're hoping for luck really to win you that round. We can see that the setup is now coming in mid. Spikes is going to try and play along here. But the A hit is on, and Spikes is going to have to play a really good lurker role if he's going to have any impact on this round.
Yeah, out they go. Going to rush out here from short, and Dizzy Life and Cruden going to take up 2-3 quick kills. Iceman finally going to get one in return. The bomb is on the site with Lonsdale holding on to it, but he's not trying to get the plant down at the moment. He gets forced back, jumps off the site, perhaps by a little bit to do with choice and a little bit to do with the flames burning underneath him. Bomb plant will go down, but it's a 3-on-2 here, Mike. Not great.
No,
not great for T's even, should I say.
No, and they're coming from one angle really, which is the only shining light. They don't have two. They've got one from short as well. That's Case Stride. One of the kills go down. It's just Iceman. He's trying to play the smoke. It doesn't get it done. He gets out a pixel for his trouble on the way. But yeah, so Trident just again managing to get the bomb down, which is great for the economy. They're going to be able to keep putting pressure on Ferox, but not able to hold these post-plant scenarios against the full rifle setup. And the double AWP, again, it's starting to feel a bit more economical for them now. They're able to use it over successive rounds.
Yeah, it certainly is. And we take a look at the scoreboard, actually looking relatively even, to be fair. Both Pixel and Hats are unfortunately anchoring for their team at the moment. Not to say that they certainly can't come back from here, but Cruden out on 6 kills. So is Dizzy Life. Lonsdale on 5 and Yellow on 7. So very, very quick kill on to break there coming out from Pixel. He picks up his first kill of the game and perhaps easing a little bit of that rage tension, I guess you can get as you make a couple of mistakes or get a little bit unlucky early on in a map. So he might be feeling a little bit better about that early pick.
Would you say he's realigning his angle of life, his look on life?
His perception.
Yeah, he's re-angling,
Re-angling.
Yeah, so coming from, say, like some sort of tilted angle back up towards a level playing field.
Oh, God. Did you write that one down or something? Because that's...
I just thought of it then.
Oh, yeah.
Whilst we were talking about such wonderful things, Iceman has taken out Spikes at long, which has caused a little bit of rotation now, and to be honest, the positioning of Team Ferox is a little bit awkward now. If they can isolate Dizzy at long and not take him on too much, Cruden isn't going to be that much of a help from elevated position at the A side. So really, this is a round that Trident can take if they are smart about this.
Well, Dizzy Light picks up one. He will get another as well. Cruden going to take out Lonsdale very, very quickly. Trident falling apart here on the T side, trying to push onto a long Yellow. Might try and grab the bomb across, down to 44% HP. He does get tagged up, and Yellow going to go down in the end to Cruden, picking up that last 44 hit points. And back they come to 3 and 4. Have a look. We can see that 3 rounds in a row have been what Ferox have picked up.
Yeah. They needed more pressure there on short to put Dizzy in that awkward scenario where he's not just watching one angle because he's covered from the other side. And that would have made that round go a lot easier for them. But it was mainly long, really, and there was no focus at all from short to sort of make Dizzy go, hang on, I've got to watch 2 angles. I'm in an awkward position here. So that's why that sort of round went pretty easily to Ferox. And again, pretty similar to the start of last half. Ferox is starting to ease last map. They're starting to ease their way into this map a little bit after a quick start from Trident.
They will indeed. Mid is the play, mid to B. And Cruden going to get picked up there. He was obviously smoked out. Break and Yellow going to pick up 2 kills. 3 players left on either side. Bomb onto the site, but still Pixel up in the back corner here. He's got that the 5-7, sorry. And he will manage to take out Yellow. Nice little play from him. He now knows where the bomb is. And it's a 1-on-1. Lonsdale down to 3H. Will this nade get him? It will. Nice finish off there from Pixel. Pixel has managed to get 4 kills from the last 2 rounds here, Mike Star. And that's feeling a little bit better now, I suspect, getting his hype on.
And 4 is the number of the moment as the scores align on 4 apiece. Ferox and Trident. This is the second map of the best of 3 in this first week of the Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016 season. And the first map was Mirage 16-11 in favour of Ferox, and it's starting to look comfortable on Dust 2 as well, which is not good news for Trident.
No, it's not, but Pixel missing 2 relatively easy shots. He manages to get 1 kill with the 5-7, but he's going to get taken down in return. Break and Hat's the last 2 players alive. The bomb is still at T-spawn. and they're in a very difficult position. Surely
What
they
do they
need to
say
at least.
about Mirage, hey? Leaving the bomb so far behind. If you make this contact play that works for you, and Break is on the 3K, and he's going to be able to pick up. Oh, he doesn't.
Wow.
That is what we call a monster choke right there. That was a shot that even Elfish guy could have made.
Maybe. But yes, I would expect that I could have hit that shot. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Hats goes down in mid. Break goes down. If you'd taken him out, if you hit that shot, then Hats might have been a little bit better off there. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what happened with that kill. Like, did he try and bring it down mid,
He
or
rushed himself?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's all it was there. Yeah, wow, that round looking so promising on the eco for Trident just was shattered pretty rapidly after some heavy lifting from Break early on, and the boost is happened at the top of stairs here as well. Break just running full ball into B and getting shut down appropriately. Dizzy is lurking and waiting. He gets taken out by Lonsdale on the repeat. Wasn't expecting him coming from short there, so that's good little bait play there from Trident. Lonsdale working the angles nicely for his team, bringing it back to a 4 versus 4.
Certainly will. We will see 2 players here from the CT side pushing out in too long. Might find themselves a kill. They will. Iceman going to go down. And Bomb now, though, now that they've drawn them out, they're going to rush down in through short A and try and get this plant down. So I don't necessarily know whether that's worked out for Team Ferox here at all. They're going to have to go for the retake. 3 onto 4. They do have the advantage of numbers on the CT side as the bomb plant does go down. But Lonsdale in a pretty good position here with the op. He's checking pit. There's no one there. We'll have a player trying to come through up ramp from CT. I think we might see 2 coming this way. And they're going to try and coordinate themselves as K-Strike goes down as the first player picked up by Lonsdale there. Yellow going to take out Pixel. Now 2 onto 3. The T's have the advantage. They have the bomb down. Spike's going to come around the corner, try and find Lonsdale. He knows where he is. You can see the tip of his gun. He's just waiting, but it's not going to allow him to come out and try and get this defuse. I think he's just trying to find himself a free kill maybe at the end, trying to hurt the economy as he tries to escape here. Going to spray down, should get picked up by the bomb, and he does. 5 and 5. Finally trying to bring one back here, Mike. And that was it just that they were drawn out into long? Was that the mistake?
I think the key for Trident in that round was actually taking the bomb to a bomb site.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah. It was a good idea from Ferox there. Trying to retake from 2 separate angles is going to make life a lot harder, and potentially could have wedged Trident back onto that short area, which is harder to defend just from one angle. But I felt that Trident probably got a little bit lucky there with some aspects in that round in terms of taking a lot of aim battles, and it's, if you look at the scoreline, it's working 50% of the time, which is not great odds.
Yeah, certainly not. And Pixel finding himself off potentially in a good position, but in reality, I suspect the end result may be less than ideal. It's going to come around, almost gets a kill, but he is going to get picked up there. That was a little bit interesting. They didn't rush B. They went sort of mid to lowers, perhaps trying to cut them off. They got onto the site being the T's, and, they didn't even have the bomb again. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. It was an eco coming out from Team Ferox, and they got away with it.
Yeah, and we can see the Ferox are, again, fairly light on the investment. A couple of grenades and a couple of pistols, but it's better than nothing, and you should always buy something. Almost always buy something to put into a round. And Trident, Hat's picking up a kill there, which is good. He's been lagging behind on the scoreboard, but the big news in this round is that Dizzy Life has picked up an AWP, and he has been pretty solid thus far, but he's going to have limited impact for now at least, as it's going to be a B to take. Yeah,
ops only as good as if it's on the side it needs to be. Pixel picks up 2 there. Very great work coming out of him on that P250. That was absolutely huge. It will allow the rest of his team to rotate through. They lost all of 1 player. They do now have the numbers advantage, and Iceman and Lonsdale going to try and poke out here together perhaps, and we'll take out Pixel. Spikes with some great USP shots there. Still alive. Only need to do 1 more tag, I suspect, perhaps 2. It won't matter. Going to go down. Iceman picks up the kill. Dizzy Life force packed with the AWP. Bomb plant maybe going to go down. They're just going to go for the kill. It might look like they're just trying to pick up the frag. They know that Dizzy's forced off window. He has to try and come through the smoke at the moment. And bomb plant finally going to go down. 2 quick AWP shots will do this for Dizzy Life, but a lot of work to do. Iceman's pulled all the way back into uppers, and Lonsdale just trying to hold the close angle here with a P250. Dizzy Life, if he's going to, he does, he picks up one. 71% HP is what it's at, but with it's actually no AWP from Lonsdale. He's doing some great little pokes here with his P250, and he might be able to get the kill. Dizzy Life misses the shot. Lonsdale gets the kill and the round 7. 7-5 is the score, Mike, and that was quite a round.
Yeah, so it went down to a knife edge for Trident there as well. They've just sort of set up a crossfire in that scenario with Dizzy with AWP. If he's got that weapon, he can only take one shot every couple of seconds. So set up the crossfire, one on the left, one on the right of the side of the door, and then that's it. Go on as you were, and you'll never lose that round. But managed to get it done nonetheless. Probably a pretty racing heart, I would say, from Lonsdale at the end of that scenario. But they pick themselves up another round. 7-5 is the lead, like you mentioned. And again, a slow default. No long pressure whatsoever from Ferox. We've got a lot of focus on mid. And Cruden actually gets tagged down to 51 by that Molotov. And they've lost a little bit of short control here as well. They don't really have any short control, which is going to be compromising for them holding on to this A bomb site. But some lovely grenades doing some excellent work there for Ferox, putting Hats and Yellow down to 40 apiece, and Iceman is trying to help him their cause out as well along there.
Cruden comes through flash. Great flash. Cruden picks up the double kill. I thought he was going to get barbecued there on stairs, Mike, but in the end he does, as you said, he throws out a great nade and he picks up a great kill from a flash. And very, very quickly this round turns against Trident. Only Iceman left, and I think he's got more chance in the sky than he does down here on the ground, because he is going to get picked up. 5 players still left alive for Team Ferox, back to 6-7 with a really a great round. That was very, very well played. Yeah,
super critical as well. 5 alive at the end of that round, because that's going to allow them to have full utilities in this round, and they should be able to crack out a fairly decent buy in the next round as well. So that was really good for their perspective, and it looks like Trident are going to settle back for a hard B rush, but it's Pixel with 1 and a lot of damage onto the second. He's going to get caught out here by Break. Gets the kill on the trade, but
man, those feels when you rush on in with your AK and you're jumping around and Pixel just rips you to shreds because you're not paying attention and you don't have your weapon out when you need to have it. A little bit unlucky, but it's just the way it plays out sometimes. 4-on-4 is the play count at the moment. The bomb still at T-spawn. Someone probably needs to pick it up.
Well, no, it's in the hands of Lonsdale at least. So someone has picked it up. He just needs to move out of spawn, and really he should
do something with it.
Well, they all 5 rushed into upper dark, and no one was spotting mid/lower, probably because Lonsdale does have an AWP, so he could have been spotting that area and at least seen Pixel run in and given the heads up, and perhaps this round, the start of this round, could have come off a little bit differently there. So it'd be interesting to see what Lonsdale wants to do here, because he has the AWP.
He's on the other side. What's he doing?
Yeah.
40 seconds. 40 seconds. They're going to try and push in through uppers into B by the looks of it. Reasonable positioning here from the CTs. Well, it just needs Cruden to swing back around from watching mid in the nick of time. We'll see what the call's going to be. K-Strike fires out, picks up one, Cruden onto another. K-Strike gets the second, and pushing in from uppers was not the play they needed right there. Obviously, Lonsdale, the last player remaining for the T side. He's got the bomb, he's got the AWP, and he has been picked up by Spikes, who pushes through T-spawn, evening it up at 7-7. Look, I honestly don't even feel like they worked out what they wanted to do that round, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, the round ended as it began, with someone getting caught with a knife out. At least it wasn't mid-air to start with, so
yeah,
that was a small shining light, but it's going to have to be a pistol armor buy. And again, Pixel getting a little bit creative, pushing up just into mid there and catching Break unaware, not really watching what's going on at the start of the round there, and it's going to cost them the first frag of the round again. So 5 versus 4 now. Ferox are in the 5 scenario, so they're going to be feeling pretty good about this round. Their chances of winning it have gone up considerably, and the bomb is making its way up onto short.
Certainly is the molly going to force them back over. Smoke going to try and snuff that one out. We will see Hat poking through. He will get taken down before he manages to find himself a rifle there. Spikes up on the ledge. He finishes him off. And I must say, at least in this map, Pixel, who was on 0 kills after like 4 or 5 rounds, has come back to 12 and 10 here as we finish off this first half. Mike, I feel like I've been watching the Karate Kid, and he, starts off at the beginning, and he just, no matter what he does, he can't do it right. And Mr. Miyagi's there, is like, come on, Pixel, you can do this. And look at him, he's come through, and he's got so much confidence. He's played some great rounds in this the second half of the first half, Mike, and 8 and 7 is the score. I must admit, I did say Team Ferox would get 8, so they've got their 8, trying to pick up the next 9.
Big call, that is. And yes, we are moving into the second half of the second map of this best of 3. And the first one went in favour of Team Ferox. It was 16-11 on Mirage. And if, like you predicted, Trident are going to come through with the goods and pick up the next 9 rounds in a row to make your scoreline accurate.
Well, I wouldn't make something up, Mike. I don't know what you're insinuating, mate. I'm not.
Anyway,
I don't know what you're implying.
If that was the
I'm
case,
not like what I'm inferring. Okay.
If that was the case, then we're going to see Train as the third map. But plenty of Counter-Strike to be played left. 15 rounds to be precise, at most. Well, potentially not at most. We could go further than that.
Do you even know how to overtime? Have you watched a game of Counter-Strike before? It's okay.
No.
I appreciate all the dumb things that I say that you don't pick up. So, Break going to pick up first kill of this half. And 4 players here left alive again on both sides. A very, very tagged up Team Ferox, however. K-Stripe down to 5 HP. Dizzy Life with the bomb down to 18. And it looks like they're going to try and push out onto Long. Hats probably can't take down 3, but he's got a USP. He's got some range, and he will spot them out early on. I don't even know if he did any damage there, however, but it will be him and Iceman here on the site. Still 1 player in mid and 1 over on B for the CTs, Mike. And 4 under 4, a minute left. Not looking terrible for Trident at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. They're going to be able to secure another pistol round, which they did in the first half as well. So the pop flash comes in and it's going to flash off Lonsdale. Pixel's going to try and trade up there, and getting stuck in the middle of stairs there, and luckily getting away with his life is Iceman. But the full rotator's on. They've shown themselves at stairs / mid, and Trident have bought it as a B. Execute is not being read at all by them, and it's just yellow in the back of the site. The hero of the first pistol round can only get 1.
Wow, and the bomb should be able to go down here. It is 3 onto 3. Lonsdale actually pokes through with his nice pistol with all the pretty stickers on it, and just very, very quickly, it's not going to be enough because Cruden and Pixel team up together. They take him down. The bomb doesn't even get planted, I don't believe, and very quick pistol round to Team Ferox. And for all of you who have subscribed to Sandman's CSGO predictions, I'll be giving you a partial refund for this month.
Partial refund. Well, I'm glad that the total refund amount will be 0 because nobody expected. Oh, and just Break had the perfect opportunity to pick up a Zeus kill there, and it just didn't quite work out for him. Switching onto the pistol again, and Trident player getting caught with the incorrect weapon out. We've seen a number of occasions, and this pistol armor buy from Trident has been shattered in mere seconds.
Yes. Look, honestly, I suspect this has been done, but I wouldn't mind seeing like a video, a real life video, just of the SWAT team just running around. Quick, we're gonna rush, guys! Everyone out with their bayonets, just pushing through. I can see how absurd it is. Time and time again, players getting caught out with
but you run faster,
You do run faster,
yeah.
but
well, this is the thing, right? So you run considerably faster with a pistol than you do with a rifle. So at the very least, just run around with your pistol out. Because if you can tell me that you're getting a legitimate advantage by running with your knife out, and there's certainly scenarios at the start of rounds where you can definitely do it.
Look, there's lots of advantages, Mike, like slashing the wall, accidentally slashing your teammate, showing off your skins to people on GoTV. Look, they're all pretty big benefits, I must admit. And when you talk about like the minute drawbacks, such as getting caught by Pixel in lowers like 10 seconds into a round, I'm not sure what you expect these guys to do. Having said that, we will see a very quick rush coming out from Trident here onto Long. A very, very quick rush to their death as Pixel and K-Strike pick up 2 very, very early kills. And 3 players left on this CT side. in an eco, I must admit, but that rush certainly didn't work out for them very well. So Ferox starts to push out onto the site. Iceman in the smoke, going to find himself dead very, very shortly. He goes down, Lonsdale gets picked up, and it's only Yellow remaining once again. Spike's actually firing straight onto them by the looks of it through the smoke. But K-Strife is the one who gets the kill, and very, very quickly, this game is pulling ahead in Team Ferox's favour.
First gun round though, so really it's a reset within the game, and good to note, you see it on the CT side that nobody's bought armor, head armor rather. They've all just got regular armor. So it's good to see that happening. It's an extra 350 that you can have, and it's going to be a very aggressive push up at the top of mid. And Iceman gets one, Break gets one as well. So this has started off very well, but K-Strife and Dizzy have traded back onto that, pulling it back to 3 versus 3. And the utility was so very light on Trident's side that they should have done something similar to that, where they don't have to rely on the utility. Because now they've got a flashbang between 3 people with 1:20 left to defend.
Lonsdale picks up a kill. He will get traded out, however. We will see one player, that is Iceman. He's got the M4A1S. He's at car. He's ready to hold his angle as Yellow does get smoked off. Is anyone going to push through? We will see. It's 2 onto 2. I think they really want to use Dizzy Life's AWP here to advantage, and yeah, that's certainly how they want to play this. Iceman picks up one, and Trident gets taken out, but Dizzy Life holds the angle. He picks up Iceman, and the first gun round of the second half. It is 12-7. Mike, your prediction is starting to look a little bit better than mine.
It is starting to. I think I should probably make another prediction at the moment that Wooly is probably trying to rip out his beard hair with some of the plays that Trident are making. There was no need for them to make a play in that scenario, as Dizzy picks up a really nice pick across mid there. And he's got the info as well that he's got a couple more heading towards B. And as such, Pixel is being slightly cautious, but not cautious enough as Iceman takes him out. But yeah, I think Wooly is probably ripping his beard hair out here at the moment, because Trident had no reason to make that play. The play was firmly on Ferox's side to be able to do something in that scenario, be able to make the play and show themselves, as they needed to put the bomb down. And really, they just gave away their positions unnecessarily.
Do you feel like when you do something like that, does it show that you're lacking confidence in yourself as a team, or you need to pull out something a little bit peculiar? Do you think it's a reflection of that or something else?
Yeah, potentially. I guess what they're seeing mentally, they're thinking about this game is that it's starting to slip away from them. So it's 12-7. They're on eco as well in this round. And now it's 13-7. It's really slowly just dropping. And they're just trying to... I guess they don't want to be trying to make a hero play per se, but that's really what's needed by them.
Yeah, if you, I guess we look at both these games in combination, both these maps, first Mirage and of course now Dust 2. Trident started off relatively well both times around, didn't they? They were looking okay, and it's just I think a little bit disappointing for them, as obviously now I can only suspect they're pulling out the tack pause here.
Yep,
Coach
finally.
Wooly coming in with the strats.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know how involved Wooly really has been with this Trident team in this current iteration, and how much he really knows about how they want to go. No, he knows enough about Counter-Strike.
No, I'm giving Wooly a hard time, but he does have some great analysis, and certainly they're all the better for having him as their coach. I suspect they just need to make use of that. Yeah,
they just need to make use of it, and as well, he needs enough time to know how they want to go about it, and how he can shape that vision that Lonsdale has at the caller to move forward and to get some wins on the board. Because at the moment, 13-7 down, they're going to have to pull out something pretty special to launch this comeback of 9 rounds to finish off this second map.
Yeah, well, the double boost, triple player in through short once again. It's not the first time, not the second time, probably the third time we'd see them try this one out. This time, finally, Break's going to pick up a kill onto Spikes. Cruden going to go down as well. Pixel does get one return. Break might be able to take out. No, they're going to fall back safely, having taken down 2 players. Now 3 players is the remaining number for the T side. Pixel pokes out. He will even it up. Break going to go down. Hats comes back, but Pixel has dropped back to once again, quickly poking out finding himself a kill, sorry, withdrawing away. And 3-on-3 it is, Mike. And
There's a good play has been made here by from Ferox as well. It's trying to split off the mid and the B. So they should know that based on having 3 on short early on, the likeliest play is 1 at long, or maybe 2 in B side and 1 mid. Pixel got out mid, took someone down who was rotating back off short towards mid. So then he's going to know that there's unlikely to be someone else playing in mid. So this mid to B split is a good idea. Pixel really needed to get that kill to make it work though.
Certainly did. K-Strife going to poke out. He will force off Yellow. He's got a flashbang here. He's going to throw that one out. Might be time for him to poke now if he can and get a kill. Slowly taking a long time to get that kill into K-Strife. Does finally get it down to 33 HP. Dizzy Life back up in uppers, in through tunnel, down to 38 HP of his own. He's the last player left. He's up against 4. He's got the bomb. But again, he does have the AWP, and we've seen him with some great plays. But I think this one might be out of the realm of possibilities here. He does poke out, but Hat's going to take him down. Trident finally picking up a round win. We will have seen them lose, it's 3-8 there in a row, I believe. And that must get on your nerves, must work away at your mind, Mike Star.
Yeah, certainly. But able to close out that one, Trident. So going to be happy with that. Perhaps it gives them a little bit of renewed vigor.
That was a great smoke.
That's a decoy, mate. Oh no, it was a smoke. You're right. Anyway, it's a hard B, and Yellow is in a great position to do a lot of damage, and he does exactly that. Lonsdale coming through to help him out. Yellow grabs another great headshot there. Lonsdale chipping in with the AWP, and
wow, Yellow grabbing 2 kills there. He definitely didn't deserve to get. Should not have happened.
Yeah.
And
don't know about didn't deserve.
Well,
sure, it feels like he deserved them.
Mate, he was down to like 3 HP.
Statistically speaking, I agree with your analysis.
He gave up so much of his HP in the early part of that round, but he held on, obviously picking up the kills. And now it's down to Spikes here. It would almost be fitting if Yellow shot through the smoke and picked him up, to be perfectly honest. And he's going to poke out. We'll take out Yellow. He was down on almost nothing. Iceman cleans him up back to 13-9. Trident slowly trying to claw their way back through. They got a bit of cash now, Mike. They didn't lose too many players. And we'll see an eco coming up by the looks of it from Team Ferox.
Yeah, I think Ferox would probably jump the gun a little bit there. Not literally speaking, of course. But just defaulting to a hard B rush after losing 1 round, when what they had been doing previously had been working very effectively through a number of rounds. It's probably not the greatest idea that they've ever had. But, you know, sometimes what you need, you know, we speak about dictating the pace of the play and changing it up a little bit. Perhaps they thought that was the best scenario there. And it's Hats is under fire here. He's under great duress, but manages it with great ease and picks up all 3 players coming from long. Iceman just sort of dancing away, shimming away with the AK-47 at the top of Goose. And
do you think it's funny having Iceman and Goose? Do you think that's...
Yeah, no, I see that.
You're an air traffic controller. Are you a fan of Top Gun? Does anyone, Ghost Rider wanting to buzz the tower and you're like, negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Do you ever get to do that? Is that part of your role?
Yeah, potentially it is, but the pattern is an American term, actually.
So what do we say? What do we say in Australia?
It's called a circuit. So.
Circuit is full.
Yeah.
Too many cars on the track. Sorry, boys.
Yep.
Gonna have to go around again.
Yeah.
K-Strike first kill of the round onto Hats. Cruden and Dizzy Light both going to get picked up. 4 onto 2 very, very quickly. 1 by 1. Team Ferox gets picked up. And admittedly, they didn't spend very much money, but they have some cash now. And 13-11. Trident getting back here slowly but surely, Mike. And this is a very important round, I suspect.
You suspect correctly.
Oh, look at that. Knowledge bombs.
Knowledge bombs dropped. And look, 3 AWPs, not PWAs, out on the map. 13-11, the scoreline. Ferox in the lead, although the momentum has shifted in the favour of Trident. And it's going to continue that way at least the start of this round. Break taking down Pixel with a lower B look in at least. And now Ferox is sitting on the back foot again. 4 rounds down. They're going to get the maximum loss bonus if they do get this round, which is a minor, I guess, consolation prize is the phrase I'm looking for.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? Like, well, you know, guys, we lost another round, but at least we got some cash to lose the next one as well. Like, we talk about it like it's in oh, guys, that they won that round. That's great, but it might reset their loser bonus. Like,
You have to
they
say,
still won the round though, didn't they?
yeah, you think
Oh,
it's
dear.
hard these days. You get so many more opportunities than you used to in Counter Strike. There was no like the loss bonus, that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to digress here way too much on a 1.6 rant, so probably not too interesting to our viewers at home. What?
Probably at least as interesting as just chillaxing and short
True,
aim, because
true.
not much is going on at the moment. 40 seconds on the clock. The bomb is sitting on the ground. K-Stripe over in bedroom. The rest of his team out towards mid and short. Dizzy Life does have that off. He's trying to find himself perhaps onto Lonsdale. Is Lonsdale going to get forced out by this molly? No, I don't think so. K-Stripe onto Iceman. Picks up one. Hat in a great position. Picks up two very, very quickly. Dizzy does take down Lonsdale with the AWP, but it is now 1-3. The bomb has been secured here by the CTs, and it might come out to another Trident victory this round. They just want to take out that AWP from Dizzy's hands. That would be their ideal ending to this round, I suspect. And Break trying to jump up there and perhaps get him at the moment. Dizzy holding off very, very quickly and does manage to hold that AWP and a whole $300 dues on his MasterCard as well. So very fortunate for him that he was able to hold that AWP, as the rest of his team is able to still buy up.
Well, at least he can afford a smoke grenade, and he's got armor. And he tags Yellow down to 46 as well as he jumps across onto the B side. So we're going to see, by the looks of things, Ferox want to get into mid and try and take up that short area as well. And the defense starting to spread out a little bit. It's been working pretty well for Trident, though, over on the A side. Having Hats playing up close range, using the M4 at long, and then being backed up a little bit by Break and a couple other players. But the bomb has entered upper halls just quietly there, and it's Dizzy with the AWP who has it as well. So if Trident choose to push, and they have been pushing quite a lot, although on the contrary to that, they've relaxed that a little bit more over the last few rounds, playing more defensively, more passively.
Do we think it's time for a Team Ferox timeout? Like, it's a shame that we can't actually see on the scoreboard just where Trident took theirs, but they've won like 5 straight, Mike, and it couldn't have been that much.
It was just before that, I think. Pixel's found his way into the bottom of mid and has made a lot of kills. It's going to be Yellow with a great lineup there. Pix 2, Dizzy Life returning the frag, but he took Spikes took a lot of damage to come through with that. And the bomb is going to go down, but Pixel is still lurking in the mid. He's the key for this round for Ferox. He picks up the first. He's got to delay here and stay alive.
He's doing not too poorly, to be perfectly honest, forcing both players to try and play that one at the same time. Break goes down. Pixel gets picked up, and it's a 2-on-1. Hats has to make the play, or wants to make the play. He won't make the play. 14-12 is the score. Team Ferox finally pulling one back here. And still, they lost a couple of players. They lost 3 players even. They've still got that AWP, which is obviously very, very important. They haven't got very much cash, however.
Not got enough.
Yeah, just enough to get them through here. So if Trident can pick this up, that would probably be almost perfect for them. But we'll see what the guys over at Team Ferox can do. At the moment, we're sort of sitting towards A. Hats finding a great spot here. He does love coming around to bedroom. Is he going to poke through the smoke just into the sights of K-Stripe? K-Stripe going to flash out and get out of dodge, because they just want to find themselves a free kill here, I think.
Yeah, they love a free kill. It's the best type of kill in Counter-Strike, that's for sure. But you can see a lot of pressure being put on short again, and it's Break who's been tagged down to red HP. He's on 22 in this instance. And they're not really committing to anywhere just yet. Pixel unable to, or not willing yet, to lurk out into mid to try and repeat the heroics that he had of last round, picking up a couple of kills down there. He gets in now, he gets pop flashed in as well, and Trident spots off Iceman trying to hold the lurk spot at the top of stairs there. But Yellow is on a quick lurk as well. He takes down Cruden, so he knows understand what's going on here. The A split is still on. The bomb is sitting at the top of mid. It's with Spikes.
K-Stripe would love a kill. He picks up one. Will he get a second? He won't. Hats takes him out. Spikes onto Yellow. It is 3-on-2 here. Mike Lonsdale has an AWP. Dizzy has an AWP. The bomb is probably going to get planted for long, I suspect. We'll soon find out with Dizzy Life taking out that kill. It should free him up if he wants to run on down. But at the moment, they're just going to hold this mid area. The bomb plant does go down, and Lonsdale, 1 AWP, 3 kills is what is needed. But instead, it looks to me like they're going to play for the overtime once again. So very crucial set of 2 rounds here, Mike.
It's all coming down to this for Trident, and the pressure is increasing with every second that passes for them. Lonsdale is just going to try and hold on to that AWP, but he makes his presence known at B, and Pixel is going to take him out as he did there as well.
None of that made sense to me.
Lonsdale didn't need to shoot in that instance.
No,
and
I don't.
We're jumping right into the action for this final round, and 5v5. Lonsdale still running with AWP, and thankfully for Trident, a lot of utility, or rather a lot of equipment on their side at the very least, thanks to the bulk rounds that they won in a row. But you can see this push out into mid is happening yet again for Team Ferox.
I've lost my mini-map, so that's less than ideal. But we'll just go with it anyway, Mike. 15-12. I think most of us can deduce from here that are looking pretty good for Team Ferox. 4 players remaining for the CT side. And Trident certainly started to come back this time around, but it looks to me like they should be able to pick this one up. Pixel goes down, Spikes has gone down, but K-Strife takes out 1. It is 2 onto 2. Lonsdale down to all of 6 HP. Where are they going to take this bomb? It looks to me like they're going to try and head over to the B bomb site, which is probably the best decision they can make. And I'm talking a lot, but I actually don't know where the bomb is because it's not showing up on my map.
It's on Dizzy, and he's just made his way into the B bomb site there. Cruden just playing with fire a little bit there, peeking over that window. Lonsdale comes rocking through, and this is a 2v1 and a scenario that Hats is going to have to make. The young player for Trident, he's not the most recent addition, but certainly the least experienced as well. And he's going to get taken out of Dizzy, and that ends the score and the match.
Certainly does. So, Team Ferox getting their way into CGPL, the Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016, with that wild card, as we said before. You know, it was their birthright, Mike Star. They deserved it. He pulled the he pulled the sword out of the stone, the wild card sword, and he was king. Pixel grabs his team, and they're into CGPL, and they've got their first win on the board here, taking down Trident, who, you know, we said last time certainly deserved to be Div 1. They've lost a couple of players, but there was some good rounds there. Like, they needed to string them all together.
Yeah, they certainly, they weren't embarrassed, but there's a few worrying signs. There's a lot of small mistakes that Trident can probably erase from their gameplay. Just a little bit of overreaching, some peeking out where they probably shouldn't have, and we even saw in Lonsdale, one of the most experienced players in that team, just not disciplined with the trigger there in that second last round, and getting taken out, losing that AWP, which potentially could have meant, you know, a couple more utilities to have a little bit more of an impact on the final round there. But well played to Team Ferox, the team that I thought was going to go in. Didn't have my Sandman tips, thankfully.
Thankfully.
2-zip coming
Saved your
true.
skins. Yeah.
What did I say at the start? I said at the start it was 16-12-ish on both maps, didn't I? What was the end result there?
Sure, Mike. Sure you did.
Sure. I did revise to say a little bit more of a margin on that second map. But 2-zip, Ferox, well played.
Do you think they'll be feeling good about that? Do you think Ferox coming into this, obviously there were some parts of that game that were less than ideal. Pixel, he's starting the second map not very well. Coming back at the end, Dizzy playing exceptionally well all the way through. Do you think they'll be feeling good after that win?
I think they'd be reasonably happy with it. I mean, 2-zip, you can't argue too much against getting it done in 2 maps. And there's certainly some periods like you spoke about where they had all the momentum. We saw 7 rounds to start off with on the CT side of Mirage on that first map. That was fairly impressive. So they'd be happy with what's going on. They'd be happy with it to a degree, but they probably felt like they could have punished Trident a lot more than what they did. And I think if we're looking back at it now and the results were probably around the 16-6 mark, that would have been a comfortable, happy pass from that. But if Ferox are unhappy with a 2-zip, then they need to readjust their expectations a little bit, I feel.
I think obviously both teams a little bit to work on coming out of that one, but certainly Ferox proving They were at least the better of the teams this part of the season. We'll see how it plays out a little bit later on, if perhaps if both teams end up at LAN finals in April. Now, that's obviously the only game we've got today, but Thursday, I think there's 3 games on, including one that's been rescheduled. We may not see it on Thursday night, and at worst, I promised that we would at least get it cast and broadcast perhaps Friday evening or something like that, or to fill in a gap next week. So certainly be a VOD for that one. But I think a lot of people definitely want to see what's the lineup going to be for Team Immunity.
Yeah, it's the big
they
question.
take on Jam, I believe, is it?
Yeah, it's Jam Gaming on Thursday night, and they'll be joined as well Incept Esports and Citadel Gaming will be battling off on Thursday night. You'll be able to pick up all the action on this channel, the CGPL event, and as well CSGO, or CGTV_CSGO. And if just to follow that up as well, if you follow both of those channels on Twitch, you could win yourself a Cyber Gamer Polo.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe I heard from Simon, anyone who subs to the channels, obviously the money going back to the casters, to the boys, gets a free month of CG Premium as well, which is cool. You get all everything you write has a gold background on it, make you look very important, even if you talk absolute rubbish. Doesn't matter. It's there. It's good to go. It's
a lot of your
you
posts are evident of such things.
Yeah, exactly. So Thursday night is the night. Obviously, over here on CGPL event and CGTV_CSGO, the 2 channels that will be broadcasting those games. I suspect we might be seeing 2 at once, and perhaps the third at worst the next day or thereabouts. So all the games here from the Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016 will, of course, be cast. And you can get back and you watch all those VODs. It's great. It's really good. It's great that we have so many casters, because this would have been a pretty daunting task.
If it was just
cast all
team.
these games.
12
months ago, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. So it's great that we've got all the other talent and that's involved, and everyone on the team brings something special to the table. A lot of knowledge and insight with some of the analysts.
Good looks.
Good looks. That's your department.
That's me.
Unfortunately, not really towing the line, but
trying my best.
It's the best we could do, at least.
Yeah.
So
I think that's probably it from us tonight. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about on this match, Mike?
No, I think that's about it. Really, I think we spoke about quite a bit about Ferox's. Probably happy with the performance, but certainly some areas to work on, and Trident as well. A lot of areas to work on, trying to eliminate some of the smaller mistakes in the game that we've been making. But it's certainly not danger signs for them, and it's early days yet, still in the Mwave CGPL Autumn season.
Absolutely, and I think honestly a pretty good game. Obviously, it wasn't the three games in a best of 3 we wanted, but still 2 very good games, and it got down to the line there a couple of times. So shout out to both these teams, Ferox and Trident. Don't forget to follow us here on CGPL event, and of course on twitch.tv/CGTV_CSGO. I would love a follow on Twitter. I'm sure Mike Star would as well.
Yeah, look, if you want to give one away, I'll take one, I guess.
Yeah. Not paying for them or anything, but always appreciate them. Huge shout out to all the sponsors of the Mwave CGPL Autumn 2016 event. Of course, Mwave, Turtle Beach, Netgear, Plantronics, Logitech, and AK Racing. My name is Sandman. Mike Star was really the one carrying the cast. Thank you for watching us tonight. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you, and good night.